Karma spins a story from your actions, tracking every deed and its reactions. Your mouth will lie.
I am assuming that this is directed at me. It was just recently posted after the hearing. And I took a lot of notes. And actually I had planned on kind of giving a play-by-play and, the things that I thought were funny and that kind of stuff after that hearing. But I'm going to be honest, I am kind of disturbed by it. It didn't go well for Danish. This whole thing, and these people, and they're paying the price for it. Nobody's paying the price for it. He's paying the price for his own actions at this point. I will say a couple of things. One, the whole point of me going there is because I wanted to see him try to explain himself he just forgot to put it on his calendar kind of thing. I've been doing this because he did this to me. I had a court case, very similar hearing that he went today. I had one of those, and it was one of the worst days of my life. And he was on lives laughing and joking and just, getting real excited about that with others. And it was really bad and it really sucked. And so I kind of felt like, the whole turnabout's fair play thing. Now though, after watching him on the stand for hours, he was on the stand for hours. He was there the whole time, showed up, on time this time, was there the whole time. And I'm not going to say this lightly, and I'm not even saying this as this is somebody I dislike, and this is somebody I dislike. This is somebody who has harmed me and a lot of other people. And there's literally no excuse for the behavior that he partakes in. However, I really like the judge in this case. He was like a kind Mr. Rogers type of judge. He was so fair and handled things really well, because both sides of this case, both sides, not just Danish, but both sides of this case are, can be ridiculous and are constantly just going for shock value, whether it makes sense, whether it's professional, whether it is just how it is. I'm not rooting for, Richard Luthman here, but Richard Luthman's making a fair point. Danish makes up lies on his social media pages. But when Richard Luthman started questioning Danish, he started the whole thing out by asking a couple of just baseline questions to make sure that the person that he's talking to is competent. And the first one was his name, and Danish couldn't answer that. The second one was the date, today's date. He got that wrong. The third was who's the president. He got that one right. 2 out of the 3 general competency questions that were asked, he couldn't answer. He also couldn't answer pretty much any of the other questions. In the end, the judge had to ask the question over and over and over again, why did you miss the hearing? Why did you miss the hearing? What was it that made you miss this hearing? There's a lot of issues around that. There's a lot of conversations around it. And I've got to find exactly what he said, because I wrote it word for word, because it gave me chills. It there was something about this that really disturbed me. Why did you miss this? There's a bunch of questions here talking about where the emails go. Danish, I failed to add it to the calendar. Luthman had to rewrite his claim, so I thought maybe actually it wasn't in the back of my mind. And then the judge pressed a little bit further and he said, I thought he, as in Luthman, I thought he was someone I wouldn't have to be worried about anymore. Danish genuinely believed that Luthman was going to be arrested or put up on criminal charges. This came up over and over and over again. But then he also said that he thought he was somebody he wouldn't have to worry about anymore. He thought the only way that would have been possible would be as if, something happened like that to Luthman. Even if Luthman was arrested, he still would have had to have shown up in court. So either Danish has zero competency with how the law works. And he did actually say that. Danish said that he doesn't know how the law works. He doesn't know how anything works, even though he's constantly talking about other people's court cases and stuff and their criminal records and stuff. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He said under oath he doesn't know. Or he was expecting this person to just disappear off the face of the planet, which is also a little disturbing. I feel like he's unwell. I feel like he is not or lacks the capacity to understand what it is that he's embroiled in here. Like, he doesn't understand the consequences to his actions at all. To a extreme degree. Like, I'm worried about anybody in this man's inner circle or periphery, honestly, at all.